Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the Nata PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At Nata PR, we deal with real clients every day and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to this 84th episode of the Nata PR School podcast. In this episode again, we talk about how to make yourself known, get known and increase your sales. But in a special way, because I have a great announcement. I'm thrilled. I'm overjoyed. I'm so happy and excited because we are launching a new program on May 4th, 2020. And I'm happy and excited and really excited to tell you all about it in this podcast because this program will probably answer and help so many of you listeners and so many who will discover us in the next coming months. It's more accessible than ever. You probably know that I created a program under the Nata PR School. It's a cohort. It's a 3-month cohort where I work with companies, marketing directors, someone solopreneur, and I really, each week, we create with them their own tools and campaign, and we generate results. It's a successful program. It's amazing. It's been so fun for me to teach that. I still do. This program will still exist, but it was still sometimes a little too expensive for some of you who created a crazy, beautiful product. You're a startup and you don't have $6,000, let's say, because it was, and it still is 3 payments of $2,000. At this point, I don't know if this program will stay at this price, but that's the price it is now. I'll be probably teaching it once or twice a year eventually, now that I'm going to have this new program. So it's going to be very different because why? You're going to be able to do it at your own pace. So let's go back a little bit. So in 2020, at the end of 2020, I created this program and really generated result with some of my students. I have one that I love who's going to be joining me for a podcast. You'll hear a story and how he benefited from our program and how you will be able to benefit from the next program that's going to be even more accessible. Price-wise, actually, it's going to be instead of $6,000, it's going to be $2,500. So, and you need to know that many people come to us. They want to do PR. They believe in PR, but when they realize that a PR agency rates, monthly fees can go anywhere from $3,500, $5,000, sometimes $10,000 a month, depending of the extent of what we are doing. Of course, major companies can afford our services. They sometimes prefer working with an agency instead of creating an entire in-house services, many of them. All this to say that many of you, if you had the chance to do a free consultation with me, you were like surprised by the cost. And I was so sad because I know some of you would benefited from PR and really like learn how to combine it with your social media, would really have increased your visibility and increase, of course, the number of your fans and your sales. But it was too expensive, and I relate to that. I started my company 22 years ago, and at the beginning, I couldn't pay for an accountant, for example. So I was doing my own invoicing for the longest time. So I do understand, and this is why I'm so excited, because this program should be really more accessible for those who want to do payments, like $500 payment a month. It's really, really like the most accessible programs we've ever created. So excited, May 4th. So you can also join now. I'll put the links under this podcast. The program is it's created as we speak. A lot of the content is already done, but as you know, we need to program it, and it's going to be the first round. Also know that it's going to be very selective in the sense that I'm not gonna open it to hundreds and hundreds of people right away, because I want to make sure we're able to help those who are in the program, make sure that they can also repeat what they've learned, that they can create on their own the tools they need, and of course be successful. So it's a first round. For those who don't know, I manage a PR agency full time. So this is where I've made my money, and so this program is really for me to help those incredible products, incredible services. Sometimes coaches that come to us that created this crazy program. They want to know how to get featured in newspaper, TV, online, or have influencers talk about them. So how do we do that? This is what I'm teaching in this program. And we teach you all of our secrets. And as I was telling you, so we receive often calls, or many of you I did some crazy, extensive surveys and hundreds of free calls, really, because I wanted to know what people were looking for and how you guys were thinking, what was your perception of PR and what you were looking for. So we really designed this program for many of you out there. So thank you for sharing that information with me. And this program, so very accessible, starting on May 4th. You can pay it on one payment, of course, or 5 payments of $500. It's going to be both accessible, and you'll be able to do it at your own pace. So it's going to be a 12 module. The difference is I'm not going to be talking to you, on one-on-one, but I'm going to make myself accessible. So if you have any questions, you will receive an email every Sunday telling you that I'm going to be connected on Monday. And if you have any questions, you can come and ask me your questions live. You can always contact me by email, of course. So this first course is going to be really designed to help a few people, not too many. We'll see. So it's going to be a small group for sure. We're going to open the doors and close the door and do a first round, and then we'll see. We'll reopen it later in the year, but don't miss this one. It's because when we do it the first time, it's always the best, I'm telling you. And we know, because we've been doing those courses. I think I did like at least 4 since 2020. 4 major courses with students. So I'm inviting them on the podcast, so you'll have the chance to hear some of them and how they benefited for the program. And this program is really like what I like to say, it's straight to the point. It's not something you would learn in university, for example, because it's exactly what I'm doing with those incredible brains, young, talented employees that come to us, and they've done this bachelor degree in public relations, but they've never contacted in their life a journalist. So they don't know how to do that. So this is exactly a combination on how we do it, like all the shortcuts. I'm teaching you all the best practices, the shortcuts, right to the point. So straight to the point. It's a practical program for me. It's extremely important that it's designed that way. You'll have exercises. You also have access to a bank of all of our tools, our best tools, press releases, and we'll update it all the time. And know that if you buy the program today, you'll have access to it forever. So this is my promise to you. As long as it exists, you'll have access to it. It's going to be there forever. And I plan to become the Jane Fonda of PR. So I have a few destinies, right? Many years ahead of me. So it's going to be there for a long time, for sure. So you'll have access to it forever. And whenever we have new things, we'll be in touch with you. You'll know, we'll update it. So I plan to create something so fun, so great, so useful. To me, the most important thing with this program is that it really serves this purpose to help you out there get known, benefit from PR, and how to combine it. Because I'm sure you see some companies that you admire or your competitors, they're featured in newspaper, they're invited on TV shows, on the news, on the radio. They have all these influencers talking about their products, and you're wondering why these people never contact you, because you have a better product than them. Sometimes you do. So I'm telling you, and I'm going to be pushing you to get yourself visible. So increase your visibility, because once you get known, you'll increase your sales, obviously, and you'll attract more fans. So you'll be able to create a larger community, reach more people. What else should I tell you? So it's going to be a 12 module. It's going to be fun. You'll have access to me once a week, but in a short period of time. It's going to be a short consultation, but you can come and ask me any questions you have. But I'm very generous. So, if you, just a few of you at the beginning, this is why do it now, buy it now, because at the beginning, it's going to be a small group because I want to run it and make sure it's really working and efficient, and making sure that those who buy this program can repeat what I'm teaching, because that's exactly what we do at the agency. So we'll teach you our secrets. So if you don't have our 6-step models yet, this is the basic, the core of the program. I'm teaching each step to you. I'm talking about each step, of course, and how you go along to use these 6 steps to create your own campaign. If you don't have it yet, the link's going to be below this podcast. So May 4th, you have to join. Join now, because if you're the first, you'll have so many advantages. I'm going to create more and more fun products, fun tools for you guys, because my promise is that I'm going to help you get known and increase your sales. So hopefully you've enjoyed this podcast. I'm going to have some students in the next coming ones. I'm talking with my partner in one of them too, because we did podcast 10 together, and I wanted to do podcast 85 with him, just to measure and to tell you what's happening at the agency as well. So fun. I'm thrilled and excited. So happy that you're listening to, many of you are listening to us, and hopefully this is useful and that you benefit from it. Voilà, j'espère que you'll be joining us next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the Nata PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.